Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Paige, this is Seeking Alexandria, and you guys, today we have another foundation review. Oh, they're back, you guys. The little claws, like the pinchers. I love foundation reviews. If you are relatively new here, you could be here for one day and know that I love foundation reviews, and today is no exception because it's a foundation review from the drugstore, and those are even better because hello, $13 foundation. I'm in it to win it. It's from Kokie, it's new, it says it's full coverage, light matte finish. We're gonna dive in some more, and I grabbed it in two shades because y'all know, girl can't ever pick out her right damn shade. Hello, hi. I grabbed 10C and 10W, so 10 warm, 10 cool. That way, you know, I kind of have an option for the undertone side of things. And it looks like you get 1.01 fluid ounces, so we are good on the amount of product. And one thing that I appreciate about their website, just as a side note, girl, ain't nobody got time to be reading like paragraph after paragraph about a friggin' foundation. Like, we want bullet point, what does it do? And this is what it says on their website under description. Lightweight, full coverage foundation, complete with a seamless silky matte finish. 18 shades available with varying undertones. That's literally what it says, and then it goes on, lightweight, long-wearing matte finish. Just in case you wanted even a like more broke down bullet point, but that's all it says. I don't know if I'm the only one, but I just love the straightforward. Like, what is this? Lightweight, long-wearing matte finish, 18 shades. Boom, done. Hello, hi, love that. Also, just to mention about the shade range here, obviously, like I just said, 18 shades. It is not the most inclusive, but on their website, there isn't like a graph or like a pictorial to show me, hey, lightest shade, deepest shade, everything in between. But from what I'm seeing, the deep spectrum isn't very deep. It does look like the most developed part of it is probably the medium-ish section. So I would say if you're in like that light medium spectrum, you will probably have the easiest time finding your shade. Now, let's go ahead and swatch these little bad nuggets. Also, can I just say that for $13, the packaging on this is beautiful. It has this really nice light gold, like soft gold detailing on the cap here, and then this nice frosted glass component. I am not mad at this at all. It's very beautiful, very cohesive. And a pump. Hello, a pump. And then here are the two shades swatched. This is 10C, this is 10W. You can definitely see that warm undertone, which I really appreciate. That way, if you do pull on the warmer side, you know it'll actually give you that warmth. That's something that I feel like a lot of foundations lately haven't been doing. Also, y'all, these smell like green sour apple. Like, I thought I was having a stroke just now. I'm like, is this like where you smell toast, except if you're like a 90s kid, you just smell green sour apple? And this is green sour apple. Like, yeah, that's it. It's this foundation. That is the most bizarre. I'm not mad at it. It's not overpowering. We'll see if it dissipates. But like, that is the 100% most unique smell I've ever smelled in a foundation. That is the most unique smell I've ever did smell, and the smell, and the smell, and the smell, and the smell I smelled. But let's go ahead here and take a little chunk of each of these and kind of like just jawline it real quick. I feel like the cool undertone is like much closer to my skin tone, but I like the warmth that this one gives off a little bit more. Let's think about it. So I wiped everything off. I sat here for a second. I'm going to go in with the cool shade, and I'm just going to take a little bit of that on the butt of my Dose of Color sponge. Of course, I've linked this 1,000 times, but if you missed a review of the Dose of Colors, the Meet Your Hue foundation, I will link it up there. I talk about this sponge a lot in that video, but let's go ahead here and just start applying some of this foundation. My dad is moving his tractor around. You know, it's amazing to me. Like, not only is it the neighbors and everybody in this area, but my own father gets in on this business. He's like, oh, Paige is busy. How about we go ahead and we literally move everything we own? Sounds great. A little bit up here on the forehead. Now, I will say for a full coverage foundation, this is not giving me as much full coverage as the one from Smashbox did. So that's a little bit of a bummer because now that's like the bar that has been set. Can you guys hear his tractor outside? I'm so sorry. But yeah, you can hear it because it's getting louder. Dad, what are you doing? Anyways, as I was saying, I'm going to go ahead and try to build up this area. You can definitely still see a little bit of business here poking through. It's not bad. I do think this is a beautiful coverage on this foundation, especially for drugstore. I would say that it's not full coverage. Like, I just built it up a little bit, but it's not, again, it's not completely erasing everything like the Smashbox one did. So I'm going to say that it is a nice full coverage. It's not like full coverage, but it's like a nice medium to full coverage. I do think if your redness or hyperpigmentation isn't as red as like what I have going on my face right now, I think you will get a nice coverage out of it because it did take care of like all the redness and the other hyperpigmentation, which is really good. There's a lot of foundations that don't do that claim their medium coverage as well. So I'm not mad at this. That's the one side. Now I'm going to let this kind of dry down for a second because it is already becoming pretty matte pretty quickly. Right now I can't find my Morphe Jeffree Star brush, but I'm going to go in with my second favorite here. This is the Morphe Y7 because I do want to try applying this with a brush just to see if I can improve like the coverage or anything. And I was actually really shocked because when I played around with the one from Smashbox, I really liked it with a brush. So I'm a little bit shook at how much I liked it actually. So Might as well give it another shot here. I think the coverage is nice. I don't think that it's better than the sponge in any way though. And it is making me a little bit streaky. So I would probably stick to sponge on this one. Yeah, I think it applies just as nice, but I like the smoothness of my sponge. So I'm gonna go ahead here and just keep kind of smoothing and building and see. Oh yeah, definitely like it better with a sponge. So I got this side freshly applied, and in the time it took me to apply this side and find my brush and all of that, this side is quite literally like dry, like basically no transfer dry. Like that is insane to me. And what bothers me is that I can feel it. Like it feels a little plaster of Paris-y, like down to my face. And I don't love that. Like that's really, really perturbing. Now I did go into, and I didn't mention my primers. For those of you that are new here, I always split my primer and do half one, half the other. So on this side, I did my Tarte Silk Canvas. And then on the other side, I went in with a hydrating primer, thank God. And this is the NYX Bear With Me Hydrating Jelly Primer. I'm still testing this out. Again, if you missed my full face of NYX, I will go ahead and put it up there. I did it like a month ago, but it was a ton of the stuff from their new Bear With Me line. So check that out if you're curious. But for me, I don't know if I love the way this is feeling so far. I'm gonna go ahead and conceal. This is the Tarte Shape Tape in Porcelain Beige. I just want to see, because honestly, it's feeling so dry and like so matted down that there's no way anything is gonna blend. That's how this is feeling right now. And I mean, if that's the case, that's the case, but I need to know. I am having a little bit of an issue, it looks like right here potentially, where they're almost separating off. On the other side, I'm going to use my Too Faced Swan concealer. Sorry, Too Faced Born This Way in the shade Swan. And I'm going to take that, because this one is a lot more natural finish on me, and the Tarte one can pull a little bit dry. So I was wondering if that was what's making the difference. No, it's doing it with this side too. All right, well, let's go ahead and go back in then with Tarte Shape Tape, because that is the most consistent and it matches this foundation better. But anyways, as I was saying, I do go in with 2 different primers whenever I test out a foundation. And that's just to see, you know, the difference in consistency. If the foundation likes a primer more than the other, maybe it prefers pore filling. Does it work better with a hydrating, so on and so forth. So that's something that I do every time I do a review. And I'm really hoping that that hydrating primer comes through on this jelly side, because girl, we are feeling so dry right now. Like if you have naturally dry skin, normal to dry, I do not know that you will love this. But I don't love that tractor. It's almost like I'm not the queen and I can't get people to do what I want. It's annoying. I'm gonna also be ballsy here and try to shape out the rest of my face just a little bit. Oh my God. Oh. Guys, oh, this looks so bad. It's like so matte that it's pulling against my pores, like in the most awful way. Oh my, like it's literally, oh my God, Dad, stop it. My dad is making so much noise and I'm sorry, I cannot stop talking. This is, oh my God. Like it's literally so matte that it's like, you know how when you put on a pair of really, really tight pants, go with me on this. So let's go tight leggings, the imagery is better. But you put on a pair of really tight leggings and you bend over, how you can literally see like every grain of that fiber just like really straining to like cover your ass area. That's what we have going on, except the ass is my nose. Weird sentence. But it's like straining to cover my pores, and it's like stretching over top of them like nylon that's trying to cover my big old booty, and it is just not a good situation. I am gonna zoom you guys in because oh my literal what the hell. What is it people are always saying? That trypophobia, fear of tiny holes. Y'all, tiny holes, my pores, get ready. It's coming. The pores on my nose. Guys, do you see that? All the pores. Do you see that? Oh, and like look at how thick it looks. Like this entire area of my face, it is so painfully thick and cakey. Oh my God, it's doing it everywhere. Like this side too. Oh my God, this is not a good look. Like all of this texture right here, like what am I supposed to do? This looks so bad, by the way. Like I'm not being dramatic, it looks awful. Look at my forehead, you guys. Look at that. Look at that forehead. I instantly aged 77 years. Oh my God, I'm literally shook. Look at my forehead. Look at it. Oh! So I'm now trying to figure out like what would be a good option or another way that I could test this. Because let me put it this way. I can powder this, I could make this work on camera, but it looks real bad in real life. Like I can tell you right now, if the camera wasn't on and I wasn't reviewing this, I would take it off and I would never wear this again. That's how bad this looks. Like maybe I could use it as a mixer, but the problem is that I would want to mix this with something dewy. And I think if you mix this with something dewy, it's just gonna crack and separate because it's so dry. Guys, I hate this. Let me try, you know what, let me at least try to like powder my nose. I'm just gonna play around with it because again, I can tell you based on what it looks like, this will not wear on me at all, but I still at least want to give it a try and like see if I can make it work. So I'm gonna kind of pat out. See, that's another thing I hate though, because this is so dry so quickly. Once there's a problem, like for example, this pore area, there's no fixing it. Like it's just there. You can't pat it out. Normally, for example, like when a wrinkle settles out, you can like pat that wrinkle out and still work with it, and it's foundation, like you keep going. But because this one dried down so intensely, you just can't. But I'm gonna take a little bit of my Hourglass powder here. I just wanna see, like, what if I pack some powder on here? Really dry it out. No, just like to fill in the pore. Oh, nope, that didn't help. You guys, this is so matte, it's like refusing powder. I've never seen a foundation that was like this before. But you know what? One more thing I want to try. This is like one of the most hydrating things I have. This is the Pixie Glow Mist here. Let's really get after it. Let's try to hydrate it. Because I've tried everything else at this point. Like, why not? I just want to see, can that like break the force field that is the matte? And it cannot. Guys, I'm honestly just like not sure what is going on right now. Like I can't make this work. I keep sitting here off of camera for like the last 20 minutes trying to add little things and like trying to just make it happen. And this looks so bad. Like I can't even, you know how at the end of every one of my foundation reviews, I always tell you guys, this is what I would do. This is how I would change it. This is how I would make this better. And I can't think of a way that I would make this better. Like I could add a glowy foundation to it and like try to mix it with something. But I feel like, again, this has such an intense dry down that I think it would just separate from a dewy foundation. So I wouldn't go that route because they wouldn't work. You can usually mix in like a little dewy with matte or vice versa if you're trying to adjust the finish a little bit. But I'm not trying to adjust this like a little bit. I'm trying to literally bring this from dry ass desert matte up to like a tolerable matte, and I just don't think it would mix well. So I can't really go that route. I tried dewy sprays. I've tried 3. That's no good. I tried the Catrice, Farsali, and that. All of them all over the face, and I'm still this matte. I didn't even know that that was possible. I've tried everything else. Like a primer at this point, it's gonna laugh at a primer. Guys, I can't think of a way to make this work. I feel like a failure. Am I a failure? I am so sorry to you guys that I can't figure out a way to make this happen. Can I please have your permission to remove this because I'm so uncomfortable. It literally feels like plaster of Paris is cracking on my face and I don't live for it. Like I do not live for being a Mod Podge project. That is not my game. No, thank you. Oh my God. Ugh, it's so not nice. It is so cakey, so thick. What I need to do, I need to just like sit this on here and like let it break up the matte because I'm literally like gonna have to scrub my face otherwise. My poor skin. I'm so sorry for you. Well, I was so excited to try this too. Like I was so excited. And like, I feel like I just got laughed at. I think that 2 different types of people could enjoy this. A, if you like a really, really, really matte foundation, and if you have like little to no texture or fine lines, because I do notice that for me, that was the biggest problem of all, is that all of my texture through here, all my fine lines around here, around my mouth, like my smile line area, all of that immediately had some serious settling going on. And so I think even if you like the really matte finish and that's your jam, you'll definitely want to test this out and be very mindful over those areas because girl, she will get you good. Like it will dry down Sahara style, and it's just not my look. It might be your look, it's just not my look. But you guys, like I said, that's it. Let me know down below what you think. Did you see what I saw? Because girl, she was looking nasty. And I have literally never had a foundation that dried down like that. That was bizarre. Like it was so dry that like wow. It was like sucking the blood out of my bloodstream like vampire. Like it was a lot. But please don't forget, like I said down below, I want to hear from you. What did you think of this? Did you see what I saw? Were you super excited about this foundation? Or do you really think that this would be something you are curious about? Because I know that there are some of you out there that are curious. So be sure to let me know what you think. Don't forget to check me out on Instagram and on Twitter. They are both linked down below. And if you haven't done so yet, you can also subscribe and turn on your post notifications to this here YouTube channel. I do put up 5 videos a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. They go up bright and early between 6 and 7 a.m. my time here in Northern Michigan. So they are early, they are bright. And you guys, that is it. Thank you all so much for watching. Please do not forget to have a great day, night, weekend, whatever it is when you're watching this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. This is a bag. Another bag. There's a bag inside, and then, so we got 2 bags. Now, is there a bag inside of these? This is like the clown car of bags. Poor face. Like, what can I do to help you? I feel like I owe you an apology of epic proportion. I need to know where my primer went. These are my lids. Where the hell could it be? 'Cause when you touch me like this, and when you move me like that. Those are not the words, Paige. You're not, I don't even think you're close. I need to find the primer I'm looking for. I need it now. What will I do? I'm not going to answer you. Doo-da, doo-da. I don't want to talk to a telemarketer today. Hey. There's a cat hair in my nose. I repeat, there's a cat hair in my nose. Oh, the cat hair's making my eyes water. Oh, it's a demon. Oh my God, see the tears? Literal tears. Making my eyes water.